Hello Year 2, how are you? And welcome to today's maths lesson. Now over the last few days we have been looking at a type of graph called a pictogram where you use pictures to represent different data. Now today we are going to be looking at interpreting these pictograms. So we're going to be asked questions about the pictograms. For example, if it's a pictogram about how many ice creams were sold, we could be asked questions such as what was the least popular ice cream? What was the most popular ice cream? How many ice creams were sold altogether? Now, before we look at interpreting pictograms, let's warm up our brains with our flashback. So here's your flashback for today. You have 3 questions. In the first question, you have how many points do class 2 have? So you need to look at the tally chart and work out their total number of points. Then number 2, how many sides do 5 triangles have? Well, have a think, how many sides does one triangle have? And then see if you can come up with a multiplication number sentence to work out the total number of sides on 5 triangles. Then number 3, you need to find the difference between 17 and 9. Okay, so do you need to do addition or subtraction to find the difference? Okay, you need to work that one out. So pause the video now and have a go at your flashback. Okay, Year 2, so let's go through the answers together. Well, number 1, how many points do class 2 have? Well, we know when we see the diagonal line through the last 4 tally marks that represents 5. So we've got 1 5 here, another 5, another 5, another 5, and another 5. So how many groups of 5 do we have? Yes, we have 5 groups of 5. Now, are you ready to count up in steps of 5? 5 times, because we've got 5 multiplied by 5. Okay, tell me when to stop. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, you're right. I need to stop here, don't I? I've done 5 steps of 5. And what number did I get to? Yes, you're right. I got to 25. So class 2 have 25 points. Okay, number 2. How many sides do 5 triangles have? Well, here is one triangle. How many sides does it have? Yes, it has 3, doesn't it? So let's find how many are on 5 triangles. Well, we have 5 triangles and we have 3 sides on each triangle. So therefore, we can write the multiplication number sentence 5 multiplied by 3. But we don't know the 3 times table, do we? But we do know the 5 times table. So we can use commutative law to change the parts around to get 3 multiplied by 5. So will you count up with me in steps of 5 3 times? Are you ready? 5, 10, 15. Stop. We've counted 3 steps of 5. And what number did we get to? Yes, you're right. We got to 15. Fantastic. So there are 15 sides on 5 triangles. Okay, number 3, you need to find the difference between 17 and 9. Now, when we find the difference, we have to subtract. So here is my column subtraction. Now, let's start with the ones. 7 multiplied by 9. Year 2, what have you noticed? Yes, if we have 7 objects, we can't take 9 objects away, can we? So therefore, what are we going to have to do? I know you're very good at this when we do it in class. Yes, you're right. We're going to have to exchange a 10. So let's cross out our 10. Change it for 0 tens because we're taking one of the 10s away. And then we're going to add it to our ones. So now in the ones column, we've got 17 subtract 9. What's 17 subtract 9? Yes, you're right, it's 8. Now, what about the 10s? Well, we have 0 tens. And we're subtracting 0 tens because 9 doesn't have any 10s, does it? So 0 subtract 0 is going to be 0. So there you go. The difference between 17 and 9 is 8. Fantastic, Year 2. Well done if you got those right. Now let's move on to today's learning. So, we've got a pictogram here, and the pictogram shows the number of dogs that were seen on each day of the week. Now let's have a look at the key. Now it tells us that one picture of a dog represents one dog that was seen. Okay, so I wonder what question it could ask us about this pictogram. Wow, it's going to ask us, how many dogs were seen on Wednesday? Okay, so we need to look at the data that we've got for Wednesday. So let's circle the row for Wednesday. Okay, so we've circled the row for Wednesday. Now, how many pictures of dogs have we got here? Yes, we've got 3. 1, 2, 3. And how many dogs does each picture represent? Yes, each picture represents 1 dog. So therefore, 3 dogs is going to 3 pictures of dogs is going to represent 3 dogs because the first dog represents 1 dog, the second represents 2, and the third represents 3. So there you go. 3 dogs were seen on Wednesday. So now it's your turn. How many dogs were seen on Thursday? Could you pause the video and have a look? Have a look at the key and how much one picture is worth, how much one picture represents, and then find out how many dogs were seen on Thursday. Okay, Year 2, so let's go through the answer together. So how many dogs were seen on Thursday? So let's circle the row for Thursday. Now, how many pictures of dogs are there? Yes, there are 2 pictures of dogs. So therefore, if 1 dog represents 1 dog, then 2 pictures of dogs represents 2 dogs. So there you go, 2 dogs were seen on Thursday. Fantastic, well done if you got that right. Now I wonder what other questions we could be asked about this pictogram. Shall we find out? Okay, so it's asking us, on which day were the fewest dogs seen? Now what does it mean by fewest? Yes, it means the least amount of dogs were seen. So there's going to be the least amount of dogs on our pictogram for that day. Now let's have a look. Well, how many dogs do we have on Monday? We have 2 pictures of dogs on Monday, and if 1 picture represents 1 dog, then 2 pictures represents 2 dogs. Then on Tuesday, we have 1 picture, so therefore we have 1 dog. On Wednesday, we have 3 pictures, so therefore we have 3 dogs. On Thursday, we have 2 pictures, which is how many dogs? Yes, 2 dogs, because 1 picture represents 1 dog, so 2 pictures is going to represent 2 dogs. And on Friday, we have 4 pictures, so therefore we have 4 dogs that were seen. So which day had the least amount of dogs? Yes, that's right. Can we see? On Tuesday, there is only 1 picture of a dog, so therefore that's only 1 dog that was seen. And if we look at our pictogram, we know straight away that Tuesday was the day where the fewest dogs were seen because there's the least amount of pictures. So there you go, Tuesday, there was only 1 dog seen. Okay, now I've got a question for you, Year 2. On which day were the most dogs seen? Pause the video now and have a think. Okay, Year 2, so we have found out earlier that Tuesday was the day that the fewest dogs were seen. And we found that out by looking through each day and finding out how many dogs there were. But also we said that we could look and the day with the fewest amount of dogs would be the day with the least amount of pictures on our pictogram. So which day has the most pictures of dogs? Yes, it's Friday, isn't it? Look, there are 4 pictures of dogs on the Friday. So how many dogs were seen on Friday? Well, 1 picture represents 1 dog. So 2 pictures will represent 2 dogs, 3 pictures will represent 3 dogs, and 4 pictures will represent 4 dogs. So there you go. On Friday, 4 dogs were seen, and that was the day with the most dogs seen. Okay, well done if you got that right. Now I wonder if they have any more questions for us about this pictogram. They've asked us a lot of questions, haven't they? Oh, we do have another question. How many more dogs were seen on Wednesday than Tuesday? Now we've got 2 girls here. I wonder what they're going to tell us. So this girl is telling us, I will subtract to find the difference. Well, we know that's right, don't we? Because we've had a find the difference question in our flashback and we had to subtract the smallest number from the greatest number, the largest number, didn't we? So that's what we're going to have to do to find the difference between the amount of dogs seen on Wednesday and Tuesday as well. Now I wonder what the other girl has to say. Well, she says, I know an easier way to compare. Oh, I wonder what that is. Well, shall we find out? So let's first of all try the way that the first girl told us using subtraction. So we're going to have to start with the day with the greatest number of dogs seen. And that looks like Wednesday. We can see on our pictogram that there are the most pictures on Wednesday. But how many dogs were seen on Wednesday? Well, there are 3 pictures and each picture represents 1 dog. So the first picture is 1 dog, the second 2 dogs were seen, and the third 3 dogs were seen. So on Wednesday, 3 dogs were seen. Now, how many dogs were seen on Tuesday? Well, there's only 1 picture, isn't there? So therefore, only one dog was seen because one dog represents, one picture of a dog represents one dog. So 3 dogs were seen on Wednesday, 1 dog was seen on Tuesday. Now we're going to do our subtraction, and we need to start with the greatest number and subtract the smallest number. So we're going to have 3 subtract 1 equals 2. So there were 2 more dogs seen on Wednesday than on Tuesday. Okay, let's see what the other girl was talking about when she said she had an easier way to work this out. Well, she said she can use the pictogram to compare. Well, yes, we can look at the pictures, can't we? And look, if we draw a line here, because there is one picture of a dog on Tuesday, so if we draw a line after that dog, we can then see how many pictures of the dogs are on the other side of the line on Wednesday, and that will tell us the difference. So there you go. Can you see there are 2 dogs on the other side of the line? So therefore, there were 2 more dogs seen on Wednesday than on Tuesday. Okay, and that's what she says. Now, you have a question here. How many more dogs were seen on Friday than Thursday? Can you pause the video now and either do a subtraction to find the difference or use the other method that the other girl used? Pause the video now and have a think.